There's something fantastic and very kind of symbolic, I think, about Orchestra Field being based in the extraordinary, mystical, ancient setting of Glastonbury Abbey. So it's like there's a kind of magic seeping up through the soil of that environment, a perfect place to create a new little utopia with music at its heart, but with love and openness as its soul. We rebirthed a project from before called the Scrap Heap Orchestra, where the entire symphony orchestra downed tools, put down their conventional instruments and picked up bassoons made out of shower cubicle, violins made out of toilet waste pipe, and made the most beautiful and arresting sound with these very strange and unconventional instruments. Probably the single most important debut at Orchestra Field was a brand new initiative which only started about 12-15 months ago, which is called the British Para Orchestra. This is the first ever orchestra, as far as I know, not just in the UK but anywhere in the world, which is a pan-disabled group of musicians at the top of their game, prolifically gifted musicians who happen to have disability. Of course, with the Paralympics coming so brilliantly to London this year, it was a heaven-sent opportunity to get this initiative going. So that orchestra, I'm proud to say, did its very first public performance at Orchestra Field. It was an extraordinary moment in time. And a month and a half later, they played at the closing ceremony of the Paralympics in front of a global audience of about 1 billion people. But also, and crucially, there was huge encounter and entertainment to be had through other fantastic kind of stellar elements of the festival, like the talk tent, for instance, which was an extraordinary cornucopia of different kinds of people from different walks of life talking about their world and how it relates to music. There was a fantastic orchestra which cropped up towards the end of the first day of the festival called the Post-War Orchestra. This is an orchestra of instruments, all of which have been made from recycled artillery, armament, bits of military hardware. We launched a national choir competition for community choirs up and down the land.
Moving on up now.
Something which is right, a kind of cornerstone principle of the festival, is that it is genuinely there for everyone, for all elements of the community, young and old. Huge children's area with everything from kind of vintage Helter Skelter and all that kind of thing, through to a fantastic company called Flying Seagulls.
We had a great time, brought some of the children and the kids are simply loving it to be. And Charles has done a fantastic job.
You show me another event anywhere on the planet actually where in the course of 1 hour of entertainment the orchestra can be doing a gig with hip-hop stars like Professor Green and Labyrinth, who are right at the top of their game. 2 artists, by the way, who'd never worked with a symphony orchestra before that moment.
The Sunshine could easily be kind of translated into like a classical kind of rendition, so it was nice to do it and just finally do it. I've always wished to do it, so yeah, I loved it, man.
And then as soon as they went off stage, the orchestra were tanking into a world-class performance of Carmen, the world's greatest and most popular opera. So that kind of gear shift between different musical worlds, I just don't think it's possible anywhere else. I believe Orchestra Field is a completely unique and new strain of festival. It's got all the energy of a rock event, but with something very different right at its heart. That is an orchestra, but an orchestra that can be serviced, that can work in a number of different ways. So that an Orchestra Field, and this is where it is unique, you can have stars of hip-hop, you can have members of Portishead, you can have psychedelic improvisation, all alongside, embedded within a symphony orchestra. proof positive that no one any longer should be fearful of that great organism. It's for us, it's for now. So I think we can genuinely say that this is going to grow and it's going to become a very, very important other cultural event besides the more famous Glastonbury Festival.